Hi everybody, Stephen Martinez. I am that I am. Here at the park, sitting under a tree with my wolf pack. My two best friends right there. There's 6, 7 more, including my wife at home. Gonna try to squeeze what I can here in 10 minutes. Being that there's only about 2 people that watch my videos at this point, which doesn't matter, that's gonna change really soon. I'm going to talk more to those that are paying attention on the other side of this equation, those that are trying to dominate this world, who thinks that they're in control, who have apparently forgotten about God and the fact that there is a high creator watching everything very closely. To the few people that are coming over here, I think it's important that we talk about what's going on right now. Let's talk about the fires in Southern Cal. It wasn't Mother Nature, guys. Those were contrived by these deviant beings, specifically speaking to the Rothschild family, who is trying desperately right now, desperately trying to remove their name from the equation of life. And when I say the equation of life, I mean about getting erased from top to bottom. I hope you're getting this message, guys, because the jig is up. If you want to get some information about these fires that have occurred over here recently in Southern Cal, and the fact that there is some laser technology being used against houses and businesses, the proof is in the pudding. When you look at the details of these of the destruction, the houses are basically annihilated. There's not even a skeleton left. You're seeing glass being melted, which only melts at like 2,600 degrees, and forest fires don't ever come close to that. There's even some interesting footage about with the helicopters and lasers and whatnot. So this is absolutely a technology that is, if you've done your homework, you know that they've had this technology for a very long time, and now our lovely government is using it against our own country to destroy property. And what they want to do is recreate this part of the world in their name. They want to recreate this part of the world in their name, representing their idol, their false idols, which is them, and which is money and control. So there's a really brave woman who's got online, who is reading between the lines. And I just saw her yesterday, and I don't know her name yet. I will know her name, but I'll direct you to the video, YouTube video, Kill Cities. Go to Kill Cities, and you will see that the Rothschild and Rockefeller Incorporated, what they like, their MO is to put it out there. They'll tell you what they're doing before they do it. This woman picked up on it and let you know what was going to happen before it happened, and now talking as it is happening. And then the future plans, what they want to target next. And I think the people in that area that have their homes destroyed and their businesses destroyed might be interested in this information. So once again, go to Kill Cities, and then from that point you'll see her other videos, and I will know her name really soon. But that'll kind of explain what's going on, and then we'll see the videos of the utter annihilation of these buildings. And trees on fire from the inside, molten from the inside is always an indicator that something unusual, that it's not Mother Nature. Police department has been turned into concubines for the vampires that are sucking our blood, have been turned into just organized thieves. And this is your wake-up call, guys. There is no more time to be on the fence. Get very acquainted with your birth certificates, specifically the straw man that was created in your name to replace you at or near your birth. Your name spelled in all capital letters, ladies and gentlemen, is not you. Look for it, and whoever sends it to you, you'll know your enemy. Your name spelled in all capitals is not you, though it represents you on your driver's license and passports and other forms of identification, along with the social security number. I got people running around saying, I'll never put the number of the beast on me. You already got it on your soul. It's called the social security number. And if you haven't figured this out yet, this is a very Nazi-driven, Nazi Germany-driven government The proof is in the not so fine details, the thoroughness, the ruthlessness, the organizational skills. You know, it's identical. And if you know anything about the history of Nazi Germany, when that got broken up, they went over to England and they went over here. And ladies and gentlemen, every woman and man on this planet needs to get fully acquainted with your birth certificates, profiling your straw man. This was done, this dark contract was done at birth. This is involving the soul, guys. I've had for 10 years trying to get people to look at this information and can't do it. I can't get grown men and women to look at their own birth certificate, now realizing that they're not grown men and women, that there are children who were stolen at birth. This is deep soul business, guys. This has to be removed and burned off the soul. Speaking of burning, being again that there's only 2 people that watch my videos, if that. There's only one being that watches the videos that I really care about, and that's my high creator God, whom I sacrifice every moment of my life to. That's been going on for about 14 years now. Every day is I treat as my very last opportunity. I live a lifetime every day. So when I got guys coming on TV in front of the world, secret society members like Jim Carrey, who want to tell you that this life is not important, well, that's quite offensive to me, my friend, because I've given this life, I give it every day the stakes of life and death. I've lived and died 1,000 times, and I assure you, it means something. So you're going to be held accountable for your words and your actions. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention not to the words from these individuals, but pay close attention to how they look. If you'll notice, Mr. Carey there look basically a walking skeleton, and here's the deal. Darkness doesn't expand, it contracts. Darkness doesn't expand, it contracts. So right now, those that have been working from the shadow side are contracting, and the life, he looks like a guy walking around without a soul. So Jim, my suggestion to you would be to come clean about what you've been up to. Come clean about, I know you went on Jimmy Kimmel to expose some things, but that ain't good enough. We need to know the details. We need to know the blood sacrifices and things and the people that were sacrificed, and we need to know all the not so fine details if you truly do want to get clean. But I assure you, don't tell the world that this life doesn't matter, because I assure you it does. Dream or no dream, we're in the dream, are we not? Don't get caught up with the flat earth, round earth stuff, because that's simply a distraction unless you're trying to jump off the planet, and I don't think you can do that. So don't worry about that at this moment. We got more important things to talk about, like the fact that the Federal Reserve is a bunch of satanic vampires sucking the blood out of you and your families. They have you right now offering your children up in a form of child sacrifice in the form of the birth certificate. They have you, they're giving you, your family inoculations, your children so many inoculations now that 1 out of every 4 or 5 children has autism. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up, man. We are a planet in denial. We are a society in denial. Right now, as we speak, coming from Los Angeles, I'm seeing homeless tent cities just exploding all over the place, guys. Exploding. It's a product of our society. It's the product of it's not by coincidence. Keep a close eye on Venezuela, because I assure you, the fiends that are controlling this thing are paying very close attention to Venezuela, because that's the flagship. They want to see how that shift occurs there when the people are reduced to rubble, and where do they go and how do they act, and do they get on their knees and pray to you? Believe me, they want to do the same thing here. So once again, I'm going to pass this information around to some other people that are standing up, the few people that are fighting for our freedom. Go to Kill Cities so you can understand what comes next. And the NASA, was it the war book that wants to, and go into great detail on how they want to dissolve us. The great documentaries right now on the fluoride in the water, guys. It's the most toxic thing you could ever put in your body. I assure you, these people don't love you. This government doesn't love you. It's trying to kill you, and these days not so slowly. Those that are doing this is speaking of the fire that occurred. Now we put that fire on you. The fire you created now is forced and thrust upon your life and your family tree. We'll see who squirms out of it and who just falls face down. FBI, CIA guys, I wouldn't be on the fence at this juncture. I would come forward if I was you. Until the next time.